organizer, activist. Let me welcome the great Tiffany D. Loftin. Hi.
Hi, I miss you. It's good to be back. Thank you for having me back again.
Virtual hug, queen. Yes. Dr. Mitchell is here. Dr. Caretha Mitchell, Ohio State. She is a professor, author From Slave Cabins to the White House. We were having this conversation that I didn't think I was going to spend as much time on. I just wanted to ask folk what they felt and basically give my assertion that, is it assertion? I don't know if that's a word, but y'all know what I mean. Ass is in there. That comedy is mediocre, that people are no longer funny. And I remember what funny looks like. So maybe it is an age thing. People were like, you're too old to even comment on this. You don't even know. This is generational. And I was like, no, this generation demands better than. I don't know. Did you watch the special that Chris Rock did, Tiffany? She did.
No, I haven't had a chance to. Honestly, I've been busy these last couple of days and time has not afforded me the opportunity to sit down and watch it. So I haven't seen it. I've seen the clips and I can't create an analysis and unpack what he said. And I know he called Jada Pinkett Smith a bitch. I don't feel offended. I feel personally bothered about two really big things. One, that we're spending not that your show, but like that we are spending so much time talking about this and social media. I personally think it's a huge distraction. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if I was, I would put this on the wall and say this is supposed to be an effort to distract a lot of Black people from what's really happening on the ground across the country. And there are a lot of really important democratic and also like police violence, and also the LAPD's new union contract, and also the Supreme Court about canceling student loan debt, and also money that's being shipped to Ukraine. And I'm like, this always happens in movement organizing that I do, where we have to do crisis management and handle the communications and the information that our people that we are trying to move pay attention to. And I don't think it's their short attention span. I think it's selective attention span. This is more fun to talk about. It's Chris Rock. I have met, I don't know him, but I have met Chris Rock on multiple occasions. Nice guy. I have not watched the special. I actually don't intend to watch the special, to be honest with you. To be honest, I respect to Chris Rock, but once he did that hair video, I was like, I'm not interested in his work anymore. And Karen, you just said it. I remember Steve Harvey's special God Ain't Through With Me Yet and cracking up. I remember watching Kings of Comedy and cracking up. But I just feel like the comedy now is just not that funny to me. It's not relatable to me anymore. So it's not hilarious. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. No horns or nothing, Smith. She just freaking dropped all of the things. Something. Give her. I need her to have.
There are some people who really care, Karen. People who care.
Need that.
Like, this is the culture. You need to pay attention to this. And I'm like, everything's the culture. Everything's.
So how do we get back? Because I'm watching Viola Liuzzo's documentary on Amazon. I bought it. Her son will be on tomorrow. Bloody Sundays tomorrow, the anniversary of it. And I'm sitting there thinking about all of the sacrifices, literal life sacrifices people made so that we can talk about nonsense and not do any of the work, right? And I love, I wish you could come on more, but you're actually in them streets working. Because if you come on every week, that means you got time. And you don't have any time, Tiffany D. Loftin. So I'm happy that you can come through anytime.
What's ironic is the last time I did this, I was in a hotel, and then I just happened to be in a hotel again because I'm traveling again for work. So I was like, dang it, one day I'll be in my house and I'll have my background like y'all ladies with my books and everything, but I don't have it today.
Or not, because you unfortunately, and I think about people like you, because when do we pick up our mats and walk? We're always waiting for somebody else. Somebody else is going to get out there and do the work and organize. And I think about Mississippi. Hope Rakia can come on today, Lumumba, because she's doing all of the things, but she's in a court case right now. And hopefully, after the trial is let out so we can know what's going on in Mississippi. But there are things happening all over because we all live somewhere. And there's some problematic things happening, to your point, in our community. I appreciate you so much for shifting the conversation because, the distraction is real, but I have 3 hours, so I can do a little... I can do a little distraction and get back to God's work. Yes.
Sure.
But so let's start. I'm gonna play a little CPAC just because.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I'm gonna play a couple of things.
That I did watch.
Yes. Okay. I need y'all to make it make sense for people who want to tune out of the noise, because it's nonsense, but it's dangerous nonsense. So let's play that little montage. This is those of you who missed the 11 hours. We're going to give it to you in like a minute. Play it.
It is time to put America first.
This can never be said at a Democrat gathering. Look at all the beautiful women here.
And I'm sick and tired of hearing about the family separation. And I'm still being sued over that. So come get me. I don't get right. Bottom line.
Trump is a crime victim. Let's remember that.
I got to keep my phone away because I know, like, I'm on every FBI list imaginable. So I just got to keep it away because, like, they're going to drone me one day. Like,
baby bonuses for a new baby boom. How does that sound? That sounds pretty. I want a baby boom. Oh, you men are so lucky out there. You're so lucky. Ma'am, if you don't want to be stupid, stop watching Fox.
The United president who puts America first and not his business dealings with corrupt foreign countries.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
So they gave you the full panoply of what they are about. America first, that's code. That's code for no black people. Look at all the beautiful women here. That's code too. Trump's son. Why is he even, who is he? Has he won anything? Why does he get to speak anywhere? Because Trump Jr. problematic. Oh, baby bonuses. Trump is promising baby bonuses because he wants a baby boom. Again, reproductive rights being controlled. And this is, y'all, I know we want to talk about abortion and black women, but this is really to force white women to have babies. And they are okay with it because they voted 54% in majority for Trump. Not once, but twice. So I guess they like their wombs. They want us to be, Handmaid's Tale. I guess they like that. You men are so lucky. Look at you. Look at all the beautiful women. Family separation, and then the Lauren Boebert saying that, I guess she was talking about Biden, but it sounded like she was talking about Trump in terms of, foreign dealings. And anyway, y'all's thoughts. I'm going to start with Dr. Mitchell and then Tiffany. Please tell me what we should be pulling out of this space.
The only thing I have to say is it is just the most explicit expression of the racism and sexism that this country is built on. And we need to get better at recognizing the racism and sexism, even when it's not so explicitly articulated. But I definitely am interested to hear what Tiffany Loftin has to say. So I'm just going to leave it there.
No, I want to talk about it with you Black ladies. Thank you for this space because we have to process what happened. And I know that unlike the live Netflix special with Chris Rock, most people won't watch C-SPAN, right? They're not going to tune in, and even though it's free and you can get it on any device that you want. You can also listen to the oral arguments of the Supreme Court justices talking and listening to oral arguments about student loan debt cancellation. Like all of this is information that's available to us. We are in the I can't help but think about C-SPAN in this moment without thinking about what's happened over the last 10 years as we celebrate 10 years of Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
And what has been happening with us trying to control the mainstream narrative around protecting Black lives and ending racial police terrorism in this country. And the paradigm shift from Trump to Biden. I just want to say again, I voted for Bernie twice, but here we are. I just want, for the record.
What?
I voted for Bernie. I wanted to say that for the record. And here we are with Biden, who has pretty much said that the work is not finished, and that he intends to run again. I don't know if he's actually said he intends to run again, but his wife sure did. I can't help but put that in the context of this. There are new dog whistles that are being formed, and those dog whistles are woke. If you're woke, I tweeted the other day, Karen, I was like, wait a minute. So if all of y'all are mad at woke people, do you want us to be asleep? Like, is that what's the opposite of woke? And y'all are
dead.
Be dead, be asleep, be in a coma. Like, pay attention to that. I was like, wait a minute. Since when did woke become a bad word? Why are you talking about woke people? And I don't even identify as woke. I don't be putting my bio on Instagram does not say I am a woke activist. Okay. And that connection that they are making to find words to quote, I'm using my quotation fingers, y'all, to quote, save America, to protect America, to bring the first America back, is to, like Karen said, is not only to just sort of erase and get rid of Black people in democracy, but it's to pull back our education systems. We're fighting banned books. We are fighting to get teachers pay. We are fighting to get student loan debt cancellation. Teachers, aides, and graduates across the country are fighting to become a part of a union, and are being successful in a lot of places, but there's still a lot of pushback. Tuition is going up still across the country, while we are also facing a deficit in applications for first years who want to go to college. The admissions is rising, but applications are dropping. We are looking at, we still ain't solved police violence in this country. I'm actually rocking a t-shirt with a police car on it, that basically has like Mother Nature that has grown outside of the police car. And at the bottom, it says decriminalize, decarcerated, and repair. And there's a group of formerly incarcerated brothers and sisters in the Bay Area in California who designed these t-shirts. Super dope. I gotta remember what it's called. I think it's like Roots for Everybody or something. I'll find it and I'll tweet it. But there are people who are doing this really incredible work to push back against police violence. I named earlier the LAPD in Los Angeles, which is where I've been relocated to. And their union is actually proposing that they handle only violent calls, and that if you call 911 for anything like somebody pissing in the street, because people apparently call the police for people who take a piss on the sidewalk, removing encampments, so people who are homeless or experiencing homeless, police officers are always usually called first to be the frontliners to remove people. If it's a mental health crisis, police officers are not trained on how to do that. They are at traffic stops. Police officers are not trained to do that. And so this new union contract, which I'm a little skeptical about, but I'm excited because it's LAPD. They are saying, listen, we don't want to respond to any more of those cases. Put frontline workers, first responders in places where people can call them instead. And let's give the rest to the Department of Transportation. Now, if you're an organizer like me, you have questions. It sounds great, but the LAPD ain't never done nothing really great for us. So why are y'all all of a sudden, showing up in a positive way? What's the read between the lines? And I want to make sure that Karen Bass, as the mayor, is successful of the city of Los Angeles. And if you just cut off all of a sudden all the resources that police officers are have been historically sort of called on to do, and you don't have the mechanisms or the capacity or the budget or the people trained to respond to what the police officers say they're not going to respond to anymore, in a couple of months, people are going to be pissed in Los Angeles. And they're going to say, nothing has been solved. People have not been called. The police need to come back. We need the police to come and answer these phone calls because y'all not sending nobody. And Karen Bass is going to have to wrestle with this. So there are actual things in criminalization. I think about Lori Lightfoot, the Chicago mayor, Mayor Lightfoot just losing her race to run for mayor again. We're facing a recall in New Orleans for the mayor of New Orleans. We have our first Black mayor in Long Beach and Los Angeles. I'm thinking about these mayors who have been specifically placed and how criminalization by woke people is coming up. And CPAC is starting to alienate, for lack of a better phrase, those people and invigorate these voters to turn out and take back America. And we have 2 years, y'all, until the next presidential.